Hello everyone, welcome to a video idea I sort of came up with. Not really. I saw an Atlanta video and I thought of, it's not a bad idea. But my take on the stereotypes video, I will link his video in the description because it really did inspire me to make this. So let's begin. It's going to be like a top 10 video of the worst car stereotypes for people that drive them. And yes, I did buy this for a special occasion. So, as you can see, I have a very deep repository of vehicles that I can do. And after the update this weekend, I'm most likely just going to spend all of next week getting every last money car. The ones that are going to be the most painful are going to be that one. So, this is going to be sort of a top 10 video. So let's get right into it. As I said gosh, I'm repeating myself. At number 10, we have a pretty easy one. It is the Lamborghini Huracan Performante, I believe. And sort of everyone that drives this car literally is a terrible person. I've never met a nice person in this car. I've always met RPing people that just want to act like they're Jake Paul or someone like that. So this car is just really annoying, as the people in it are just really easy to make you upset. Number 9, we have an easy one. It's the 600 LT McLaren. This one you tend to find on large public servers, trying to get people to roleplay. It really doesn't work out because they are driving a 500k car, and then they try and flex this. Although this is really good at one thing, it's great for drifting. And so maybe it's justified because holy crap, that was beautiful. This car can drift well, and I'm not really good at drifting, but this car can even make me sort of look pretty good at drifting. That may not be your opinion because I just crashed there, and I already did a video on this, but you know, sometimes you gotta give it to them. They might be justified. When I do say 500 grand, I do mean in game. There's this 600 LT is like 200k RL, so just know when I talk about money, I'm talking about. At number 8, we have this thing. Yeah, you didn't think a Hennessy Venom would be on the worst stereotypes video, but it really is. People in the old days who used to drive this car were actually pretty cool, but then everyone now has realized that it is the second best grinding car, only next to the LVN. And it honestly, you gotta give it to him. If you're smart enough to buy this and not buy the Jesco, I mean, maybe you have some flexing rights, but otherwise, this car is just out there. It's not really, not really something that you should flex, but the people that do buy this and they think they're really good at the game, and they usually have under 10k or around 10k miles, yeah, they really do like to flex this because they think they're getting really good at the game. And to be fair, some of them are. Some of them do continue on to be better players, like I did. I used to be one of those people that would flex this terribly. And now I realize that it's just really dumb and kind of niche. At number 7, we have the Tesla Model S. Don't mind the tag. I just used to put random tags, and mine is broken. Perfect. Perfect representation about how this car is used. Alright, like I said, at number 7, we have the Tesla Model S. Once again, this is another one of those role players, stuck up kind of people. They think that this car is one of the best cars in the game. I'm telling you, everyone that owns this thinks that this is a great car. And that's why it's a stereotype. Because I think this is just an absolute crap car and it shouldn't have been added. But you know what? What does it matter what I say? It's mostly popular with girls, and that's really the only reason they play is to buy this car. Which, I mean, I guess it's justified because it's pretty cheap at around $200,000 in game. So yeah, but otherwise, this car is just really overrated in game. As you can see, I tried to make it as ugly as possible. Not saying that the skin is ugly, but with those wheels, it is. Because I just want to make fun of those people. Bullying is okay as long as it's to the people that think they're popular and the popular kids themselves. At number 6, we have the Mercedes AMG GTR. This car looks good, this car is fast, and this car has a terrible stereotype. We're getting close to the top 5. This one barely edged out our next one on the list. But, holy crap, this thing... Anyone that drives this will usually have a gun, and they will usually be shooting the cops. And I know exactly why, because it's one of the cheaper fast cars. Nowadays, this was when it was really fast for its price. But nowadays, everyone just saves for the Tesla Roadster to get a 200 mile per hour car. Although there are cars cheaper than this, but they want a car with a name like Mercedes. But I mean, you really can't blame them. This car isn't a bad buy. This car's fast, almost 200. If you get it going in a straight line for long enough, you might hit 200. And I know if you have a boost, you'll probably hit 230, 240. But you can't blame the people. They can be cocky because this car looks the part. It looks the part of being a cool hipster car. And a cool gangster car. Because, I mean, look at that front grill and the spoiler and the wheels. It is a seriously cool car. And you can't blame the people. Honestly, this stereotype is just because they're always shooting cops if they have this car. It's so funny how right I am about this. You will see these in every single public server shooting cops now. In the old days. Nowadays, it's the Roadster, which I really miss the fact when I would see like 10 of these things in a server just speed past me, chasing a cop in a Chevy SUV. It's so funny. It was so funny. All right, now we have the Saleen S7. I only chose this one as the number. This one is lucky it didn't get any higher, because the drivers of this car are just completely utterly evil. I don't know how many times I've met a person driving this car and they will try and flex on my LVN. They will be like, imagine buying that car when this car goes almost as fast. Yes, it's 800 grand or whatever in game, and it goes 250. But you realize no one cares because it makes jack crap when it comes to XP. And that's why you find this car with people, I don't know, around level 70 something. I mean, you might not find it around level 70, but finding people in this car, it's really easy. And they are really annoying. And I really chose this car because of 5 acute cases where the people driving this car just tried to bully everyone in the server. So much that all 5 got permabanned. Yes, it happened. Someone got permabanned for bullying for once. But literally everyone else that drives this car is either a hardcore grinder trying to get the venom, or they're driving around randomly. But this car has the stereotype of people that don't want to play anymore or like get better at the game, and so they just flex this car. Alright, at number 5, we're getting into the... No, this is number 4. Now we're getting into the closely contested spots. This car is the Arianna... I don't remember the name. It's Arianna something. Or Arianna. I don't remember what it is. It's a Polish car. This, when it came out, everyone that had enough for it bought it. I promise you, everyone, almost everyone has this in their back pocket if they want a car that's cheap, fast, and looks pretty cool. I mean, this car in its own way is sort of just weak because it's Polish, and that's part of the stereotype. But I swear, when this thing first came out, every single person below like 1,000 miles had this car. And they were using it constantly. And I don't blame them. It's fast. It looks extremely good. I mean, look at the taillight little wells here. That is freaking amazing. And the taillights themselves are like extremely cool. Like, let's just stop and just look at that. And then that very inside, no, not the very inside, the whole outside ring blinks when you need to turn. This car is seriously cool. But it does have the stereotype of it's the noob car. I now wish it didn't, because I really like this car, but I don't drive it now because every single person that is under 1K, I swear, has this car. Okay, this one might bring some confusion. There's the free version that was free for a while. The Dodge Demon, or Hellcat, or I don't know. They're oddly similar. And then there's the Hellfire, or AKA the Challenger. That costs money. And both of those have a pretty bad stereotype. A lot of them will be playing very loud, ear-rapey, kind of American Sweetwater Revival music. A lot of them will be going nuts about this car because it was a free car, and it goes trying to hit 205 there, as you can see. It's fast. And I don't blame them for flexing this car, but it literally is... It looks dumb. The front wheels are bigger than the back in thickness, as you can just barely see. The car in itself isn't really that good when it comes to anything other than speed and acceleration. And you can always find these people at the drag race because they think they saw, you know, one Grand Tour episode on Amazon Prime Video, and they were like, holy crap, that thing is fast because Richard Hammond is driving it and he didn't flip it, so that must mean it has great aerodynamics and it's a good car. They saw that one episode where both Jeremy Clarkson and James May just hated that car so much, and they bought this in the mind thinking that, oh yes, I'm gonna tick off everyone in the server. And you know what, they do a dang good job at it, because there's not a single time that I can think about UD and remember, when is the last time I was made mad by someone in a Dodge Hellcat / Demon? Oh, freaking right now, because I don't like this car, because it's just quite... You know what, just die. Just die, car. We're on our second spot, and then we're on to the honorable mentions, and then number 1. At number 2, we have this monstrosity, the Lamborghini Aventador. You knew it was coming. There's not much to say because you've all met someone in a Lamborghini Aventador thinking that they're hot shit at this game, and they think they're really good. You've all met someone like that. So yeah, there's not really much to say, except this car can't accelerate well up a hill. It makes little to no XP gain. And it's faster than a lot of previous Lamborghinis. Now on to the honorable mentions. Honorable mentions may include the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ, because every single driver you see in this you know is thinking in their mind, oh yeah, I'm as cool as Jake Paul. The Chevy Camaro, because everyone you see in this has just installed the game, and usually when they buy this car and see that it goes pretty fast, they're gonna talk about it a lot. And every single Ferrari, including the ones I haven't purchased, because when these people get in the car, they always flip it over. Especially the Roma, because everyone that drives this got it from grinding races, thinks, holy crap, I'm so good at this game. And it was pretty obvious when you clicked on the video. Number one is the Tesla Roadster. Everyone that buys this is pretty terrible. That's why it's a stereotype. Not everyone that buys this is actually terrible. Don't go freak out in the comments. Yes, it goes 250. Yes, it's 500 grand. Doesn't matter. Don't act like a wiener when you're driving this car. It doesn't matter how fast it goes. Let's see. You want to see how much XP it makes? I bet it makes absolutely none, because it's 500 grand. Yeah, it makes no money and no XP, so it's garbage for grinding. So this car isn't really valuable when it comes to, I don't know, actually playing the game. So yeah, this car is the number one worst stereotype, and it's still growing into a horrible monster like O.J. Simpson. So yeah, this car is quite easily the worst stereotype there is. And let me give you a little breakdown. These people will usually go to the drag race. You may be in a Jesco, Venom, any Bugatti of any sort, and you may be like, hey, I don't have boost, but you secretly do. Would you like to drag race me? And the response is, no. You may ask, why? Well, because you're faster than me. Isn't that the point of a drag race? To see who's faster? You don't know if you're faster or slower. And then they'll just go back to racing and pummeling Scions, because that's all they can do, really. Isn't it? Isn't it? If you agree with me, let me know, because I know I'm right, and if you disagree, you're wrong. Because this is all they do. All they do is race Scions. Because why? Because they learned after spending 500k instead of, I don't know, saving for the Saleen S7. They learned that this car isn't that good when it comes to racing a Jesco or a Venom. It loses every time. Unless it's someone without boost because they can't afford it. But yeah, that was a video of the top 10, worst stereotypes for vehicles. Like I said, I got this video idea after I watched Atlanta, Georgia, pummel the Aventador for all the terrible people that drive it, and that's why it was number 2. But I hope you enjoyed. Please like, share, and subscribe with all your friends. Let them know if they drive this car, their stereotype is a terrible person. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.